It's
Yung pag diba sa paper,
I know we're on track.
baka pabalik doon sa
I think we're going to one minute. That was 4,
sobrana.
4, 5, 6. How many people?
4.
4.
Dutch na doon na.
6.
Saka murutas.
There we go.
Thank you. Ako may niya.
Watch behind me here.
Bali eh.
I'm going to have to keep this area just a second.
Ay, dapat $5 na. 5.
Only as many get up. Get on. Anyone else coming out? Coming out?
Ang gaya sa lokla, kaya gamit tayong pabalik oh. Kailangan nila break ka pala yung shooting tayo. Sir, this is valid ng sa lokla?
Yes. It's longer than it was.
Kaya kita, basta ticket ko lang ka eh.
Come out to help me work the brakes. You ever work the brakes on a cable car before? Oh. Keep sending me inexperienced help. So, how would you like the job? Seem very enthusiastic. North Beach, Chinatown. Last call for Chinatown. Over, please. Watch your step and watch for the motorists because hold on, please.
Ito mga liwat ng dahon, kaya natin eh. Wala pupuntahan eh.
Back here, we gotta kind of ease in that way. If I have to pull on this wall and I'll get straight.
Ang Golden Gate ang kasero. Gate ang piyesta namin Golden Gate.
Boy, I sure hope the please do not touch the little.
I couldn't have got a better deal by the side. where we are.
This is Christopher's, the view from the dining area, where we had Sunday brunch. The Golden Goose Bridge in Tiburon. Our chef's making omelette to order. You could charge something.
Charles Auburn. It's been driven 100.8 miles per hour before it was shipped.
Thank you.
You guys going upstairs too. You guys going upstairs. Are they all just
Ferry boat we took from San Francisco to Tiburon. Hopefully bringing Jim and Linda.
I can see people walking on the trail.
36, ferry finally getting here. Time will tell if they're on board.
laughs. Yeah. He's such a nice guy. That's so much going for him. It's not like he's just a wonderful human being. It's not attractive either. It's all that stuff. It'll all come around. That's where and I'm sure it's hard for his parents because they were so excited. They're like, this woman is wonderful. But, you know, those are great still. Yeah, and the peers of his son. Oh. Yeah. My family's not too different. It can be, well, not quite as much. June is like, there's a bit of this. Yeah, with their poetry and so. He did that. He proposed.
Visits it there on the top of our leave. So I kind of trade for it. He said, sure. I'm going to come close so you can get the pictures of the birds and stuff. You can zoom in. Woodland to go.
Supposed to get that tour is moving,
Okay.
We're going to put this in the break room.
Okay, great.
Collection.
So add to our owl collection. If you get off, I can get a better picture. My gazelle. Oh, I got them all.
The other wineries don't do this. They don't take you out into the vineyard. And I think it's kind of important. In fact, I think it's really important. Because, for example, Napa Valley has a reputation for good wines. And of course, we have a lot of good winemakers, but the main thing is the grapes are good. And you have to stop and remember a winery is simply a fruit processing plant. It's not like a brewery. A brewery runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Well, at least the Anheuser-Busch people do over here. But a winery only makes wine once a year during an 8-week period. That's it. In other words, just when the grapes are ripe. And so somebody like Bob Mondavi, who's been making wine for over 50 years, he's only made wine 50 times. You see, you get one chance a year, and if you goof it up, you got to wait till next year. So it's a whole different sort of a business. And what you're looking at is a Sauvignon Blanc vineyard. Sauvignon Blanc is the name of the grape, and of course each grape makes a wine with a different flavor, different character and all. So it's important to remember the names of the grapes, and then you can read all the wine lists. And they call these varietal wines. In other words, your label says Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is the name of a grape, but it protects you as a consumer because the law says if you put the name of the grape on there, then that becomes a varietal wine, in other words, a grape variety. you better have at least 75% in the bottle. So you know if you buy Pinot Noir, you know how it's going to taste and how it's going to look, the kind of food you might want to serve with it, and that sort of thing. So if you memorize 8 or 9 different names of grapes, then you can read all the wine lists for California wines. But if you go to France, it's a whole different deal because they have names according to areas, districts, chateau, and that sort of thing. And you can compare, this is a good comparison. In California, you can buy blended wines where they blend maybe a half a dozen different kind of grapes together. Then they'll give it a name that they picked up in Europe, usually like Chablis. You know, California Chablis, most of it's white, but some of it's pink. You know, most of it's a little bit sweet, some is dry, some is made with Thompson seedless, that's the cheapest grape you can get, and some of it's made with pretty good grapes. I mean, some of it's good, don't misunderstand me, but it's not Chablis, it's not anything like Chablis. The only real Chablis comes from France, and the grape they use is Chardonnay. So real Chablis is Chardonnay, real Burgundy is Pinot Noir. So the kind of a grape is a very important thing. The color is important. A Pinot Noir is a purple grape, so it makes a red wine. This is a white grape, which is actually green, and it makes a white wine no matter what you do to it. But on the other hand, if you take this grape, and if you remove the skins, in other words, if you squeeze the juice out, and just ferment the juice without the skins, then you get a white wine made with a red grape. You've heard of white Zinfandel. Zinfandel is a dark purple grape. It makes a heavy, dark red wine if they make it in a traditional way. So this one will make a white wine no matter what you do to it. And the reason I wanted to bring you here is that they started to prune yesterday. These are 7-year-old vines. This part is 7 years old. And the roots, of course, are 7 years old. This started to grow last March, and they goofed on this one. They broke one off. The one over there by the smudge pot is a little more typical. And if you look behind you over here, this has this one right here and this big heavy woody one here looked like this last year. You see, so what they're going to do is they're going to cut this one off, and they might cut it off down here and maybe save this one. They'll cut this one off. I have no idea what I would do probably would be cut it off way back there and take this one and tie it to the wire. At least when they're all done, somebody's going to go through here and they'll tie these canes that they have left down to the wire the way this one was, you see. And so when it's all done, you just see the trunk and the 2 canes, and that's it, unless they break one off. The thing is that if you leave these on, then of course next year they'll try to put out grapes. The vine won't support that much, wouldn't be worth picking. If you cut off too much, you lose money, so you try to get this nice balance. And of course, everything I'm telling you, there's an exception to. And so nobody agrees on this stuff. Across the street, you'll see cordon pruning, where they allow this big, heavy one to stay on there, and it grows as big as the trunk eventually. And then you just cut these off and leave spurs sticking up. And then you go to Italy, they're up on trellises, and in Portugal, I've seen them climb trees, and in Switzerland, they're down close to the ground. You see, depending on the situation, there are different kinds of pruning. So this is just one. It's called cane pruning. A 7-year-old vine is just a youngster. In the valley here, we figure, probably 25 to 30 years of economic life. Now, they live longer. This is a question I get frequently. They live a lot longer, but like people, after 30, it's a little downhill. But you will find vineyards that are 75 years old here in the valley. In fact, there's a winery up the road, one of our competitors, that makes a reserve Zinfandel from 100-year-old grapevines. So you see, they do live a long time, but the 100-year-old vineyard will put out probably 2 tons to an acre, where this will produce about 5. So it's just an economic thing. But there are a lot of people, at least people over 30, feel that the wine gets better as the vine gets older. And I guess there's some truth in that, I don't know. But nobody agrees on anything. So please, if you have any questions, and this is just one layer of stainless steel here, and 2 layers here, they're very close together, and they've been spot welded, so it acts like an automobile radiator, and they use glycol for the refrigerant. And then each of the tanks has a probe that goes in about 10 inches. Well, you can see that one over there with a cable on it, and that's attached to our computer up in the lab, so the winemaker can type in the temperature they want and we don't take care of it. Now the wine is fermented at different temperatures. After we don't fill the tank with the coffee, after we do the expansion, a lot of activity. We add yeast. The yeast, of course, uses up the sugar in its food. We use all French oak for these little barrels. The big ones, the big tanks, are called settling tanks. We don't consider those as aging, even though the wine is getting older, of course. But those are made of Yugoslavian oak, and then we have French oak down at the end. And the oval ones are German. And depending on where the tree is grown, the flavor is slightly different. It isn't a lot. You know, one oak tree tastes a lot like another, but there's a subtle difference. Anybody can detect it. Go up to the next day, it's actually 21, California. But if you had a Chardonnay from a French barrel and one from an American barrel, side by side, you all know the difference. To some extent, the only trouble with the French barrels is they are very expensive. And Bob and Dobby has over 35,000 of them.
Japanese tea gardens and Golden Gate Park. You bring your hedge clippers, honey?
My mom's gonna be somewhere in the 30s. You wish! You wish!
There's a big fish down there. We can put that tank. See the big fish down there to put in the tank? Reckon? Take my picture. Money? Money. A ver si actualizo.
I count. There you go.
What's it say?
I need the battery.
Oh, okay.
Right on time.
Sis,
Come on, guys. You guys
did
over
you
too.
this whole
Get it down back, Michelle. Turn around bottom first. Turn around. Turn around. That's it. Sorry.
James, move away from this. Clever girl, Michelle. Good work. Good work. James, move over.
Whoa. Mom! Can you slide? Come here. And she's
Wanted me to lose a ring, huh?
Now jump, Rhea, jump.
Is this the Golden Gate Bridge?
We need action in
Where's
this.
the heights? Where's the wallpaper?
I need action. You have to jump.
You got action. You got me up here. You watch me get down. That's action.
Hey, Jim, give her a goose. She'll move.
Am I supposed to keep going?
Yeah, you gotta go over the other side.
Yo, Ma, go penny for me.
All right, James, go up to the middle now.
What?
Go up now.
You want another one? Didn't use my hat anytime. I can go back over.
Here goes the sideways Constance.
What?
Not that. Somebody else.
we are in February with the daffodils blooming.
Is that unusual for you, for daffodils to bloom in February?
No, back east, they don't bloom until April.
But isn't this Hawaii? Linda, one more time for the camera. What kind of a garden is this?
Succulents.
Thank you.
You get there, Chilla?
No, I missed it.
Oh, too bad.
Should I turn around?
No, lunch was in there. You didn't get it? Too bad.
Grow. Which one?
The salad.
Which one?
Same thing.
Okay, Jim.
It's a Felicia pubescent. That's what I want. One of those. And see this one over here? This is a Southwest Cape silver tree. Okay, I want that in my front too. Okay, cut.
The Nerifolia from South Africa. Isn't that pretty?
What is this?
Protea.
This is the tree. See it?
This is
Look
the
at
one you
that.
want? We have a picture of this already.
Yes, that's a silver tree. Okay, Jim.
Would you like
This is an Australian grass tree. Okay, right stump. So you know how it's shaped and trimmed. Okay, put that basically halfway up on the front, on the left side of the stairs, halfway toward the fence. I want some of this stuff to grow out of my wall. Right? These are called walled hangings. They're pink, and this is aloe. What do they call this, Linda? Aloe what?
See this one?
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera. Right. Rhea, right? Jim, you see what Rhea's doing? Please note the finger action.
Get on your knees and do it.
We all wish we had one of these. Linda, I dedicate this to you.
Black rose cactus, they call it.
This here, can we grow that in our garden?
Those once and they
Can
die.
we grow those in our Japanese garden?
No, you grow them in the house.
What can I grow outside?
But I kill those too.
You have to move to Maui. Go stand next to it, Rhea, so we get an idea of what you want.
I gotta tell you, man, that is something. Wow. I bet you can name that. Want that taste, huh?
Give it one more round. That's it.
No, I'm still trying to get a picture of it. He went away. Here he is over there.
I got it.
There's those bags.
Look at those ducks swimming out of the water. Come on.
But there's a place down here where you can go to see him. What a
Joel out there on the rock waving. I can figure out how to zoom in on it. Don't jump, Joel. What are you going to do now? Still in Monterey, and we're taking a 17-mile drive along the beautiful Thank you.
Two places in the world with two open time fleets is always perfect. Two places here. This is number 9, sure.
It's 12. It's 10 should be Bird Rock Watcher, Bird Rock Hunter, Steeplechase Course.
I'll make you a copy.
That's really scary looking.
I mean, you wouldn't go wading there?
No, you wouldn't catch me in the water anyway.
Linda, I want you to describe this to us. Can you read
Read
the
the thing from the book.
What is it, the ghost tree?
lone cypress?
cypress clinging to nearby bare rock is one of California's most familiar landmarks. Its stark beauty has inspired countless artists, photographers, and saints.
Where do you see it?
Where we going? Huh? Oh, Christ. Linda's going to get pissed at me.
Jimmy, it's not while you ripped the paper.
Oh. Oh, it's good for the kitchen.
Why are you?
I want to take a picture of what you and I are going to be doing with it.
Okay.
By the way, how do you like our bathrooms?
Nice.
May I show you the shower? Note the size.
I like the shower door.
You like the shower door? I can take the thing down for you.
Pool area at Comanche. These are the Dome Waterfall. Special cabanas and deck. Hot tub. Whirlpool. Tennis court. Background is a croquet court. Clubhouse. Our van.
This has this has a button on it. It's supposed to shield off the sun. It's take long enough, but it's going to get it.
It's nothing to see.
See, when you go over, you know, the post hang on here. Right up there.
below 30. There's a thermometer out there. I have to come all the way up this high to freeze my ass
We could go
off.
back home for this, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I didn't have to come up this high.
Where are the windmills?
I can't believe I was in a swimming pool for about a half an hour.
Well, so we were too. We were wondering whether we should wear shorts.
I don't really, hurry up.
It is snowing.
It's snowing?
It's snowing.
Do a jig.
It's down there.
I said do a jig.
Better picture going up than this going down. Smile. Oh, put the camera down. Put the camera in your face.
Hey, Jim, we're taking the tram down. You walking? It's the inside. Oh.
You'll notice it's the valley. But up here it's snowing.
That's what happens when you work for the state, right?
Yep. Coffee break time.
You know, that's what's a little confusing. If you've got the other car as basically a counterweight, why do you need all this mechanism? You know?
On the side so I can see the car go by. Since I didn't see them over there.
You can walk around, or whatever you want.
Okay.
Walk around, it's not all over the place. It'd be windowless, it isn't you?
Yeah, he says walk around, every window is a different view.
No, it's a water supply here.
Oh, is it?
Everything that you see has to be broken below. The water, we bring the tank underneath. We dump it in, it's up.
Excuse me, did I step on your foot?
They definitely don't see down this side. Is there snow?
Yeah, it looks like it's right on the rocks.
Ray Caplin.
You like something funny?
Right now. Hold it down.
Met your bird. Pet Rock Village. Oh yeah. No. A broken piece of something. Rocks, rocks, rocks. Everywhere you look, there are rocks.
The closer you get to it, there's no features. Only from the distance. Here's rock state.
Windmill Park.
Good job.
Our private pool and patio. View of the mountains. We'll hide the tunnel now. Entrance to our bedroom. Use my light.
Let
You see we've been here a while. Rhea's already doing socks and laundry. The bidet. Notice the whirlpool jets in the bathtub. The mirror to watch yourself sleep. Large closets. Back into the living room. Second bedroom. Are you decent?
I don't know. I thought I was. I guess I'm not.
You guys gonna be here?
I'm gonna stay here.
Where you going? The automatic gate as we leave La Mancha.
opens for the last time.
Of course.
Snow-covered mountains. Oh, this is so delicious. We have a $500 question. Why does some Junior's church and other
Westwood and through here,
Yeah.
go straight.
We had
to
so much
Amazon.
luggage.
We have so much luggage, we had to rent a van.
Keep going, and it turns to a bend and it runs into Wilshire. It dead ends at Wilshire almost. Left on Wilshire all the way down to Rodeo.
Do you want to say something to the family back east?
You're not going back with this, are you?
Sure I am. Not with this, no.
You'll fly back.
No, we'll fly.
Yeah.
Do you want to give a message to the people back home?
Come a long way, and we still have. They were going
Do I
to start
want to?
stripping
Sure.
my banister today.
What?
And I said,
You might have
"Hey,
something to say
that
to
was
my
nothing."
father, my mother, anybody.
What? Say
Well,
hello.
Wait a while. You gonna call them this minute?
They're on camera.
On camera, it's being recorded. You're on television.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
This
You're
is
on
candid
TV.
camera. Say-
I didn't know you were that rich. Yeah. Camera, there's
My real name is Alan
family,
Funt.
there's no many things, yeah, and so forth. But I wish them all well. Stay well.
We just got him a membership.
Yeah.
This is the after the Susan and Lou Rogers house. 1 year after the first walkthrough. Standing on the front balcony, coming down the stairs. Take a look at the front grounds. Living room. The den. $200-gallon fish tank. There's E.T. Did you see E.T.? The manta ray in there. Not manta ray, take it back here, yeah. Oh, what's the name? An eel, a moray eel. Back in the main hall. Into the living room. What room is this?
This is the living room.
What's that room? I'm confused. Another bar.
This is what we're going after.
Into the dining nook. The kitchen. The bird. Hello, birdie. The outdoor grill. Hot tub. Swimming pool. Natural growing beauty. Pretty woman. The Japanese fish, the koi. And a little waterfall. The annuals and the vegetable garden. Couldn't find any marijuana. We'll do the upstairs later. This is a silent tape, Randy. You don't have to say anything.
Wonderful. Hi.
But pretend that they were there. What would you like them to know?
What would I like them to know? I miss them. They should come out and sit in the sun with us. What else?
Is
How are they?
recorder?
Yes.
How are they?
They're fine. We'll tell you in a minute what happened.
What we'll do is we'll leave here at 1:15.
My Orthodox cousin playing the slot machine.
And we'll
Let her in.
we'll pick her up and take her to the shore, and then I'll pick up my car.
Oh, you won?
How come I got 1 quarter?
A cherry.
1 cherry?
Should have gotten 2. You got cheated.
The whole thing is cheating. He got cheated too.
I didn't.
Yeah, honey.
Cheating is a very natural thing to do.
Joel. Okay.
I've played this game for 40 years.
He's hustling you.
With it out? Oh, where is it?
Stay over there, and then, yeah.
Where's the bird?
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yeah, you gotta go stand there.
Listen, just listen. Hooray for Hollywood. You're Popeye the Sailor Man.
you see them? They can see you. But
I
you can't.
know, well, I'm just come back and see us. I'm wishing I could see you all. We're really having a wonderful time here today. What else?
How do you like your kitchen, Phil?
What?
How do you like your kitchen?
I love my kitchen. Isn't it wonderful? Okay. And the bird is singing to us. Say something. Oh. He won't talk while you listen.
Hello.
Coming through the ride. Those are
Where's the pool shark?
wow.
You're on tape now for posterity.
Okay, well here's the shot there.
Get those wonderful pants that he's wearing. I mean, this is true class.
Did you get
All right,
this
that's
one?
right.
Randy, I mean, show off your
My
clothes.
son, Daniel, will appreciate those.
This is the California wear.
Does this go up? This door was wide open.
Not anymore.
And it was.
Bedroom. No.
You'll catch it from the front. We're going to go
Yeah,
right in the
Because I
front.
have the thing in my pocket.
We'll
Do you
get
want
it.
me to get there?
Yes, definitely. I think I actually have enough. We're now in Malibu Colony.
This is the exclusive.
This is the place.
Larry Hagman, Michael Land, and let's see who else.
Tell us the rest.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
This-
Oh,
the
oh, wait a
exclusive
minute.
house of-
Roy Orbitz. Roy Orbitz. Remember Roy Orbitz?
Oh, yes, definitely.
What was his song? Crying. Crying over you. Look, I have a horrible voice.
That's Susie's car. That's Susie's car.
The only exclusive,
That's Lou's car.
with Roy Orbitz in it. Who's that? Who's that? George?
Did they paint their house?
Yeah, remember last year I had things
And
ready?
it's gray, blue. Is this the same color?
Yeah, there was some pretty high surf here not too long ago.
Randy, you want to be our guide?
Well, we're going out to the beach right now.
Okay.
Are we on film right now?
You sure are.
Terrific.
Mind your manners now. No swearing.
No swearing.
All the New England relatives will see this.
Fantastic. Well, this water was coming in here all 3 weeks ago, or about a month ago actually. This all broke out of here. Everything got flooded.
Where? This, oh, it's empty.
That's what broke.
Oh, this broke in here?
Yeah, the water came all in here.
So this is all broken.
This
This is
broke.
all broken.
This all broke.
Marshall's whole, this whole thing was broken, all this was broken. Yeah, new deck. See where the new
Oh,
people
you put it in?
The stairs were gone and all that. Tell me what happened. What do you think?
This water broke through their window there, huh? Broke the window there?
Actually, the water blew their umbrella down and it went through the. The water broke this window. Flood, that whole room was underwater. The waves were breaking over here.
Yeah, you feel like walking on the sand?
Sure.
I
Throw
feel
on my
like
sneakers.
walking on the sand. You brought his sneakers. You want to see the house like sits down? I don't know. No, we'll walk.
Here's Laura's house. Well, that one is for sale? I think so. I want to say I think so. I just
How long have you been out here?
Today. Oh, you're down in Palm Beach.
Here in the phone? Yeah, in 83.
3 or 4 days.
83. Palm Beach,
Florida
Palm Springs.
What did they go for?
That's beautiful.
I looked at
We had a good time. Nice rest.
Where'd you stay?
Larry Hagman's house. Which is Peter Zadora's house. He said hers is right next door, so it must be this one. Jeff, which one is?
Huh?
Which what his Piazzadora is.
Oh, this is Larry
That's
Hagman.
right, I got that.
Next door is Piazza.
Oh, that's
Which is Lee Gabler's?
Lee Gable, you know Lee?
Very well.
It's down this way. I'll walk back. I see Lee. No, but I'm on the board. Colony.
John Rickles' house? Juleson's house?
Who? Peter Katz.
I think it's fabulous. I wake up in the morning and I see this. To me, this is summertime. You're from Connecticut, so you know what it's like. Is this like
The San Diego Zoo trip. We won't forget where we parked. We're at the Koala. You think there's no one here? Watch.
They're different, that's what I think.
Down on the ground to the right of the enclosure. Later on in the afternoon, they become very active and they bounce up in those very high branches. These are the only monkeys we'll be seeing on the tour. All the rest are back on Carnegie Mesa in front of the zoo. We're going to be going off on to the sand. Also have long eyelashes to help protect their eyes from the sandstorms, and especially kind of squash down nose and help also protect their nose. They do not store water in their humps though. What they store there is fat, and that's just about as good because in the process of breaking left, those are called lesser Kurt's dik-dik, and they are full-grown at just 12 pounds. What's that other one? They're only the second smallest of the antelope. There's actually a royal antelope that gets to be about 11 pounds. In between those two little dik-dik, there's a little brown animal that's just starting to walk off to the right. It's another antelope. That one's called a Maxwell Diker. Also, towards the left of the enclosure, a bunch of animals that look a little bit like a prairie dog. Those are called meerkats or sarakuts, and they're actually carnivores, most closely related to the mongoose. A lot of South Africans keep them as house pets too because they help control the rodent population. They also eat scorpions, insects, and reptiles. Then in the very front, right of the enclosure, there's a little fat brown animal down in the hole there. That's called a South African rock hyrax. And its size is deceiving, but its closest relative is actually the elephant. Their anatomy, their dentition, their physiology, everything about them is very, very similar to the elephant. They even have little tusks in their mouth. Also, there's a female back there. Now, you'll notice the male has nice leathered head of antlers, the female does not. That's very typical among deer. Only the male has the antlers, except for reindeer and caribou. Now, those antlers they use for sparring with other males. When they grow out, they're covered with skin and fur, and they have blood circulating through that. That sheds off the top of their head, and then they have just this bony structure. As I said, they use this for sparring with other males. And then at the end of the breeding season, it falls off the top of their head. Deer have to go a whole new set of antlers every single year. They're also branched structures. Now, off to our left, you'll see several different animals with horns. Horns are different. They're found on cows, antelope, gazelle, goats, animals like that. They're permanent structures. If you ever break one off, like this male gnu there right in the front did, they'll never grow back. You'll never get another one. Also, they're usually found on both male and female animals, not just on the male. Now these animals are all from the East African plains. Large gray animals, as I said before, are called brindled gnu or blue wildebeest. One of the favorite foods of the African lion. We also have some ostriches in here. These are, of course, the world's largest birds, about 8 feet tall and 250 pounds. We'll be seeing some more ostriches in a little while. Also, the small gazelle with the black stripes across their body are called Thompson's gazelle. And the ones standing up in the middle, those are called Kenya impala.
Those animals are excellent jumpers. In fact, they can jump 30 feet long and 10 feet high, but they don't jump out of here because they're very cautious. And they won't jump unless they can see where their feet are going to land. The wall and hedge here block their view of the road. They can't see the road, so they won't try and jump out. We call that a psychological barrier. And that's what keeps a lot of animals in their enclosures. On the other side of the road, some close relatives of the pig. These are called European wild boar. They're from Central Europe. These are only about half their adult size. They get to be up to about 500 pounds. When they're born, they're said to look like watermelons with legs. Now, there are 8 different species of giraffe. The ones we're in front of right now are called Baringa or Rothschild's giraffe. They're the tallest of all the giraffes. The female to the left is named Checkers. She's 17 feet tall. The male to the right's name is Topper. He's almost 20 feet tall. Now, look at the way Checkers is pulling leaves off the branches there. See the way she sticks out her tongue and grabs the leaves with her tongue? It's because giraffes have what's called a prehensile tongue. It's a grasping tongue. They can grab onto things with their tongue, just like a lot of monkeys can grab onto branches with their tail. Their tongue is also 18 inches long. That will help them grab a lot of leaves, but it also enables them to stick their tongue in among thorn bushes and pull off leaves that other animals would have a hard time getting to. Now, just a minute ago, I was talking about psychological barriers, so standing up, which means young animals always have a 6-foot head first drop to the ground. Probably never get over their fear of heights from that first traumatic experience of theirs. They say, though, it probably has more to do with the fact that the animals are so tall, their depth perception is off. It's hard for them to judge how far down that boat is, so they don't risk stepping down into it to aid their conservation. A lot of endangered animals here at our zoo, and you can tell which ones they are if you look at their identification card. If it has an orange circle up in the corner with a white E in the middle, like this enclosure card, they are in danger of extinction. I don't see it right now, but if you come back here later, you might see young animals just born on Friday. With their horns. The lion's about to pounce on them. Sometimes they'll put their head down and the lion will be impaled on their horns. Unfortunately, sometimes they use them on one another. In fact, if you see the one on the feeding dish, that's our male. The feeding dish to the left, he's got short horns because we had to trim his off. He was using them against his roommates too much. Now, on the other side of the road, we have some animals called greater kudu, and they're from South Africa. They're the second largest of all the antelope in total body size, but the males have the largest horns found on any of the antelope. The only one that's larger than them in total body size is the eland. We don't have to get those here at our zoo, but we do it at the Wild Animal Park up in Escondido. On the other side of the road, some zebra. These are called the Chapman's or Damara zebra, and there are 4 different species of zebra. You can tell them each apart by their stripe patterns. If you drive by, you'll see these animals have lighter stripes between the darker stripes on their hindquarters. Underneath the cave in the back by the vegetation. Okay, now the next enclosure, we have probably one of our best success stories here at the zoo. These are Arabian oryx. In the 1960s, there were only 9 of these animals in the entire world. They were all run into captivity for breeding. Now there are about 500 of them. They've done very well in captivity. In fact, a lot of those have come from our zoo and Wild Animal Park. And because there now are so many, we're actually able to start introducing them back into the wild in the Arabian Peninsula. And because of that, we might start hearing about the legend of the unicorn again. And I see that because it's believed that this is where that legend came from. See the one standing up towards the back? It was lined up perfectly there for a second, then moved its head. The one on the left, if you come back here later and look at the horns, they're so symmetrical. It looks just like one horn on the top of his head. It looks just like a unicorn. The one to the farther right, its horns are a little bit crooked, so it's not as good of an example. Irish nose probably has a purpose. It's got some oil-filled sacs in it, and they believe these sacs help warm and moisten air as it comes in through their nostrils because they live in a very cool, dry climate in Southwest. This is the Rocky Mountain goat. And it's actually what's called antelope goat family. These animals normally live in the Arctic tundra of Alaska, Canada, and Greenland. They can withstand temperatures as low as 100 degrees below zero. For the placental mammals like ourselves, the animals spend most of their developmental time developing in the pouch instead of the world. They are all in captivity now. We also have a youngster in our children's zoo in the nursery being hand-reared there. And then Cuvier's gazelle, or Edmund, another rare animal. The only ones found in North America are here at our zoo and Wild Animal Park. We've been very well at breeding them. In fact, one of our females had 6 calves just in 1 year. On the other side of the road, we have some more South African animals. Towards the front and up to the right of the enclosure a little bit, you'll see our male ostrich. He's black and has a pink beak. We saw some females earlier on. There's some more females in here. We call it sexual dimorphism. Whenever males and females are vastly different in appearance like that, sometimes it helps attract a mate or defend the territory. In the case of the ostrich, males sit on the eggs at night, and the female does so during the day. So they each have coloration. They'll hide them when they're sitting on the eggs. We also have some sable antelope, the large dark antelope there, and then a young calf, a couple months old. There's also some springbok, the lemming enclosure, these antelope with black stripes. On the other side of the road, we have some bison. These are European bison, but they're close relatives to our North American plains bison. A lot of people were raised believing this is a buffalo. It's not a buffalo. Any animal that looks like this is really a bison. Look at the way the horns come out of the side of their head. That's true of all bison. Buffalo, if you've ever seen a water buffalo, you know its horns up. That one's called a common ray or feather duster bird because its feathers. It has often been hunted and uses feathers for feather dusters. There's some rare pampas deer in here, and you'll see that the male's antlers are still in velvet. I talked about that. That's the skin and fur that covers antlers as they grow. There's also some animals towards the back that look like a combination between a dog and a rabbit. Those are called Patagonian cavy. They're also known as mara, and they're large rodents closely related to the guinea pig, but they're not related to the rabbit because the rabbit's not a rodent. The rabbit's a lagomorph. And you might have heard this animal just a second ago, these gray birds in the back left-hand corner. Those are called crested screamers, and they get their name from that loud. That striped pattern on their body, you might think it would make them stand out, but the opposite is true. In the dense forest where they live, it acts as a camouflage, and it helps hide them. We call it the ones that have their head out of the water, they have a little flap of skin by their ear. That's called an external ear. Sea lions have them, seals do not. Seals just have a hole where their ear is. Also, they move on land differently. Sea lions move on their hind and front flippers most of the time, have their hind flippers tucked up underneath their body. They can carry their bellies up off the ground. They're also a lot more rare. There's only 400 of these animals now in the world. Half of those are in captivity. The other half live in just a 500-acre reserve in the Gir Forest of India. Again, you see that endangered symbol there by their closure. I told you what that meant. I didn't tell you what the major cause of endangerment of animals is, and that is habitat destruction. It's certainly the case with these animals. Only 500 acres of their natural habitat left where they're safe. The rest has pretty much been torn down by humans as the human population grows. Except for water is Castor. There he comes. He's our male. He's a big guy, about 1,100 pounds. When he was born, he was less than a pound. He was about 10 ounces. That's very common for bears to be about 1,000 times smaller at birth than they will be as adults. Polar bears are not the largest of the bears. The brown bears are. We'll see some of those later. They are the most aquatic of the bears, though, meaning that they spend a lot of time in the water. In fact, some people say that they spend over half their life in the water. And many scientists consider them a marine mammal, like a seal or sea lion, not a land mammal like other bears. Now, they do have a lot of nice adaptations for spending so much time in the water. Number one is they have big feet, big paddle-like feet. They have a much more streamlined body for diving like that. A long neck for periscoping up out of the water and looking across the horizon. And they have long claws. They use those for tearing open termite nests. And then they wrap their snout around the opening that they've made. And they wrap their 3-inch long lips that they form a suction. They've sucked the termites out. In fact, they're even missing their front 2 incisors or teeth close to the bears. They're called Malayan sun bears. They get the name sun bear because of that golden coloration on their chest. Some of the animals, it looks like the rising or setting sun. Now, they're the smallest of the bears, only getting to be about 60 to 100 pounds, but pound for pound, they are said to be the strongest and the most aggressive of all, to be up to about 1,800 pounds. I think that male polar bear back there was about 1,100 pounds. A Kodiak bear can get to be 1,800 pounds. These are the Alaskan brown bears. They get to be about 1,300 pounds, 10 feet tall for a male, about 8 feet tall for a female, 10 feet tall. They were both found when they were about less than 6 months old. They were too young to care for themselves, so the Fish and Game Department sent them here to us. They were orphans. Their mother was killed by a hunter, but they're really not too sure. This is Spanky. His sister Sheena is in the back. Now, I call these different subspecies of the brown bear. That means that they could interbreed, but they don't usually because they're found in different areas. Let's see if I can get Spanky to give us a wave. Oh, no, he's turned around now. Spanky, can you give everybody a wave, Spanky? Spanky, can I get you to give everybody a wave? Gotta go up there and make sure you get the biscuit. No, it doesn't look very interested. Okay. These guys often do some tricks, but in this, although it doesn't look like winter, we're having a winter period right now, so they tend to be a little bit slower and sleep a lot more. bears, that's one of the ways you can tell it's a brown bear, even though it almost looks black in coloration. Another way you can tell it's not a black bear is that black bears don't get this large. This is the only pair of Manchurian brown bears outside of China right now. They have excellent trading found in South America. They're mostly fruit eaters. Now they get their name from that coloration on their eyes. Sometimes those circles are very distinct and it looks like they're wearing glasses or spectacles. So they're called spectacled bears. Said they are. Let me change your mind because these animals are very beneficial for humans. They don't eat humans, they don't suck blood, they don't attack any animal for food. In fact, you'll see chickens in here in this enclosure. The keepers even go in there and hand feed these animals sometimes, so they don't attack, they don't bite. They eat only fruit and fruit juice, and because of that, they're very, very beneficial animals. As their moon knows the bull, we keep all of our males up at the Wild Animal Park as well as some more females. We do have both African and Asian elephants, though, and I'll point out this difference to you right now. A lot of people ask about those eyes. It's just that they have just got their eyes cleaned, and so they're kind of wet still. Now, most of these animals that we can see right now are Asian elephants. In fact, all four of these right by the bus are Asian elephants. You can tell Asian elephant because they have ears that are much smaller than their head is. They have a humped back. The highest point is in the middle. And they also have a big bumpy forehead, especially those two big bumps on their forehead. They also have just one finger on the tip of their trunk. Animals. These are mountain or woolly tapirs from South America. We also have some Malayan tapirs, bears tapirs here in our zoo, in other parts of the world. These animals are more closely related to mountain, just by the bus. Now, you can tell she's an African elephant because she has ears that are bigger than her head. She's got kind of a swayed back. It's dipped. The lowest point of the back is in the middle. She also has a nice smooth forehead instead of those two big bumps on her forehead. She also is more wrinkly and larger, and she has two fingers on the tip of her trunk instead of just one. Now, another thing you may notice is her tusks. Males of both species have a nice long tusk, and it's not a good way to compare Africans from Asians. African elephant females do have nice long tusks. One is an aphrodisiac. Some people cure human ailments like rheumatism. Some people use them to make ceremonial dagger handles or for make carvings. Actually, a rhino horn is the same material as your hair. It's really just a bunch of matted hair on its nose. It's not attached to its skull. And in fact, even though they have no magical properties, some people are willing to pay up to $65,000 for a single rhino horn. Because of that, they are being killed off very rapidly. It's believed that all rhinos may disappear from the wild within as little as 10 years. Some rhinos have been reduced to just 20 in number. The giant rhinos, there's only about 20 of them. Now, in fact, Asian rhinos, the largest of the Asian rhinos, can get over 7,000 pounds, 6 foot tall at the shoulders. You can tell a greater Indian rhino, for one thing, they have just one horn on their nose. This one rubs its down on the wall, but it will continue to grow. They also have what looks like armor on their body, and it's really just thick folds of skin. The last rhino on the tour is the white or square-lipped rhino, the largest of the African rhinos, again over 7,000 pounds. These animals look like big clumsy animals, but they can actually run up to about 35 miles an hour. They have a reputation for charging things, and that's because they have very sensitive kangaroos that are arboreal, spend most of their life up in the trees.
know what it is? This is a toucan.
With the owners of the Dodge Brown Caravan, California to the security office in the entrance of the zoo.
The cars are awful pretty. I would think so, somewhere. Right over here. This is the top of the gym. You guys didn't miss the bottom. Yeah, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at here. I know, but look at here. In the top you can see it. Then you go down below. The aviary my father was talking about. When you see them from above, I guess they're the inside.
Want the other one?
What
What do you got for you, sir?
Two nuts in there.
You remember it all. Maybe it'll look pretty.
Huh?
I don't believe it.
Over here. Let me get over here.
There you go. Good. Right.
Thank you.
All right, move up. Let's go. You're welcome.
I'm gonna make it go around. Maybe I can get some.
Boy, are you spoiled.
Wait, but you guys.
There you go. Marvelous. Wasn't that fun? Oh.
We'll watch these now, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Stand up. Do you think? Oh, stretch it. Oh, ugly. Look at the tongues.
He's gonna catch some ants for Paul's ant farm.
He's peeing in the water that he drinks. He, she, it, whatever. See? Listen, tinkle, tinkle. That's your drinking water, silly.
It tastes better that way.
Huh? That's your piss bowl? Is that your toilet? You're stupid.
Dumb animal.
Taking a crap?
never a piece of ass in your life.